Hey, what's going on YouTube? The video should appear in a moment. Yep, it's working. You're gonna have to deal with OBS. I'm trying to get DxTory to work, but for now I have to stick to OBS because DxTory isn't detecting Payday 2, but it detects all of the other games for some reason, and look, the card is just going straight through my hat. But whatever, we're gonna look at the new inventory first, and then OBS doesn't record the Steam overlay, so I'm probably just going to use my internet browser to go to the FBI files because it's actually a website of Overkill's. I think it's like fbi.overkill.com. But let's look at this new inventory. It's really interesting. So like you can move your character up and down like this. It's much like the main menu, pretty much. So you got your character right here. You can change this at any point in time, I'm assuming, maybe even in lobby now. Yeah, so now, you know, I've always wanted like a secondary character, so that way, like, if your primary character is taken in the lobby, then you have a secondary character. But maybe now you can change while you're in the lobby. I'm not entirely sure on that. Your mask slot right here. It's cool because now they have page 2, page 3, page 5, all that good stuff. But of course you can still scroll around. Actually, no, you can't. It's not smooth scrolling. You just go through the pages. But that's fine. Pretty much everything is exactly the same except for this layout right here. And I actually like this layout. Now, you may have noticed that on the menu, there is like extra space here. And that's because there is no more skills menu. You have to go into inventory and set. Like this thing right here, it says skills. So your skills is in your inventory now, and these are my skills. You still have your skills thing. I need to still do tabula rasa. I think it'd be pretty easy now that grinder is a thing. I should probably invite my friends to do that one day. You got your throwable right here, your melee, your equipment, you know, your armor. And yeah, perk deck is right beneath the skills, and you get all your information here too, which is pretty nice. You can hide it, I guess. Not sure what this card is for. Your detection risk is right there, and your level. You can see your level, and I'm assuming your progress. Maybe the card displays how much of something. How much EXP you need left. Now we can go look at the FBI files, but there's one thing that I want to say really quick. I'm going to post videos about the enemy tomorrow because I don't have much time today. Something looks wrong with his arms, but yeah, I don't have much time today. Oh, you can zoom in and out. I don't have much time today, so we may have to I may have to take that video tomorrow. Because if I just rush out a video about the enemy today, then it might be kind of crappy. So nothing really changed with the weapon inspection. So nothing's too different, except that now it's organized into pages for your weapons, and this is the layout of the inventory. Let me actually try just a random lobby, see if I can change my character within the lobby. So just create a random lobby, go into inventory. No, you cannot change while you're in the lobby, I guess, which kind of sucks. Because if your primary character, or like if your preferred character is taken, it'd be very nice to choose a different character that you could change to, but unfortunately you can't do that. But everything is here still. So now let's go on to the FBI files, and again, I have to stop the video right now. I'll cut it and I'll be in my internet browser. So yeah, just stay tuned. Okay, it looks like I got it to work. So this is the FBI files, and it's pretty interesting if you're familiar with PD2 stats, which just is short for Payday 2 stats. If you're familiar with that site, that's pretty much what it is. So let's go to profile. You're like you're like remotely controlling somebody's computer. Even in the top right corner over here, it says you are currently logged in as Commissioner S. Garrett. But I'm just going to type in my Steam address, typing with one hand here. Search FedNet. It should work because I did this earlier by just entering in my gamer tag. So appearance, it just shows your preferred character at the moment, I believe. Shows the mask that that you used last, I'm assuming, and all of the stuff that you set up. Infamy 3 level 100. View suspect statistics. You can view their skills from here. This is probably going to work better than Payday 2 stats because it's first party and not third party. Payday 2 stats was third party, and it had a few inaccuracies that people would talk about. So let's see what the suspect database is. I haven't... Oh, shit. What am I doing? Okay, here's suspect database. Shit, what the hell? My mouse is really bad, just so you know. So it shows your most used character and mask. So my most used mask is the Konula mask, because that was pretty much my trademark mask for a very long time. My most used character is Hoxton. You can see how many times you've used each character. So apparently Hoxton was used the most, and I've used Dallas 69 times, and it just goes down the list. And Jito is slowly making his way up because he's currently my preferred character. Masks, I use that one 2,046 times. The Alienware, it just counts it. Not sure if it counts separate masks. So, for example, I have 2 different Alienware masks. Not sure if it counts it as a different mask. Probably not. Armor's used, so combined tactical vest, 52%. Improved combined tactical vest, very small, because I normally don't run around with a build like that. Heavy ballistic vest, or lightweight ballistic vest. 2-piece suit, so pretty much I run around with combined tactical vest or 2-piece suit. Equipment's used, first aids for the most part, ECM jammers, of course, trip mines when I was technician, doctor bag, sentry gun, whatever. So you can pretty much view all of your stats here. High stats table, car shop, 48% success rate, which I have no idea how I have that high of a success rate on a car shop. Cook off 56, completed on Death Wish. There's a couple of jobs that I have not completed on Death Wish, I guess. I should probably do that. But yeah, you can pretty much view all of your stats from here, and it's really interesting. It's a lot like Payday 2 stats, but probably more accurate. So here's the description, blah, blah, blah. Level Infamy 3 100 time spent heisting, 983 hours and 9 minutes. Age 32. It's going... For the age and height and stuff, I'm pretty sure it's going by your either your preferred character or your most used character. Oh no, distinguishing features, heavy face scars. So it's going by your most used character. Eyes hazel, hair brown, build thin. Wanted for the following crimes. It just lists all of this out. Masks used. We already went through all of that. So yeah, that's nice. This is the profile, so the skill set that you are currently using. Yeah, what's currently in your inventory and whatnot. That's pretty much all I checked before. What's this suspect database? It might be the same thing. I haven't gone through this entire thing. I just tried it out a little bit. Heist database. Okay, so I guess it's the same thing. Heist database. So, I guess you can see the heists that you pulled off. Harvest and Trusty Bank, which is bank heist, and does it just give a description? Oh yeah, it just gives a description of all of the heists that are currently either that you did or that are just in the game. So it just describes every single heist. So like, let's go to Firestarter. This appears to be aimed squarely at the interests of the Mendoza cartel, a private airfield that was owned by a holding company. Blah blah blah. Bane and CrimeNet are all over this, but I suspect it is a contract job, and Sinaloan, I'm not sure, have been warring with the Mendozas for years. Are the Sinaloans linked with Bane? let's look at Watch Dogs, since that is known for being a job conducted by Hector and the FBI. This operation was conducted in cooperation with Hector Morales. The Payday gang were originally contracted to provide escort for a batch of Morales' coke. So yeah, it just describes every single heist. Clown case. Let's see what this does. What is this? Oh, okay, so this is all the contacts too. So Bane, let's see what they have on Bane. He's the leader, the man who runs CrimeNet, the spider at the center of the web. We know almost nothing about this man. His name was mentioned here and there by lowlifes we would pick up, escape drivers, couriers, that kind of thing. Mainly they would drop his name in the hope of getting a plea deal, but not one was able to give us anything solid, no hard evidence. A few intercepted radio snippets, but not a single image. The radio snippets, I'm assuming, is how he talks to the crew. They probably intercepted that. And the escape drivers is probably from Max, the escape driver from Payday the Heist, I believe. He works through aliases and go-betweens. Few have a direct connection with him, and those contacts are carefully vetted. We are sure that that level of security reaching him will be even tighter now after the Morales incident. He's certainly smart, and his ability to hack computers and networks is astonishing. He's connected and can pull strings we didn't know existed. So I guess Bane is like beyond Wolf in terms of technician, unless if Wolf is like a hardware guy. Well, no, because Wolf owned a software company, if you read his character description. So honestly, he should be the one that's really good at hacking, but I guess Bane is amazing at hacking too. I guess he's a Black Hat member of Anonymous or something. He's been able to convince ground commanders to release one of the Payday gang members even when they are cuffed on the ground. What kind of persuasiveness does that involve? So that's just a joke to pretty much the logic of the game. Difficult to say if he has an agenda beyond getting rich. In my personal opinion, I feel like Bane does. In fact, that's probably what the offshore account is. He's probably taking money in order to do something, and he might have a larger agenda than just causing chaos. And many theories have been spread around, and including with the web series, like You Can Hear Houston, formerly known as Hoxton, but I'm going to refer to him as Houston because he is not Hoxton. Houston, you can hear him talking about how he's a modern-day Robin Hood and stuff. Now, I do not think that the actual Payday gang are Robin Hoods. There's no way that they're good guys. It's very like solidified that they're just contract criminals. But Bane is very suspicious. We don't know, like, he gets so pissed off about civilian casualties too, even though we really do have the money to, pay for the cleaner costs, and he always stresses that they're innocent lives and stuff. So he definitely has morals, and he probably does have a bigger agenda. So if there's anyone that's in modern day Robin Hood, it's probably Bane, and I do think that the offshore account might be donations to him. The nature of his operations range from dime store knockoffs to elaborate, well-planned heists on high-security facilities. One thing is certain, though, he's going nowhere. He's expanding his crew and expanding the scope of his operations beyond Washington, probably referring to Golden Grin. Firearms database, primary weapons. I guess these are just the list of the weapons. Maybe somewhere it says which one you use the most. Agency assets. Okay, so I guess you can look at all of the enemies now. So once the regular cops have determined that the situation is volatile enough to require specialist weapons and training, they call it SWAT. And these boys in blue are the first guys on the scene. Well equipped with compact 5s or Rhinefields, they are fast and work well in groups, bringing their firepower to bear very quickly, often shuts down criminals fast. And the blue SWATs do have a ridiculously heavy damage boost on higher difficulty. So actually, a good group of blue SWATs rushing in can actually be pretty threatening. My notes, yeah, they're well equipped and we've plenty of them, but what they're lacking is leadership, need better command, decent team players for sure, but they're tactically inflexible. Their doctrine is aimed at swarming bunkered down criminals, but that fast shock and awe crap is suicide in the face of an experienced crew. And I do think that when it says that they're lacking leadership, it's probably referring to Captain Winters, because Captain Winters does come in, and like one of the theories, my theories, I don't think anyone else really suggested this, but I did recommend it in my previous video, that Captain Winters would come in and pretty much make make the cops a little bit more strategic. While he does do that, it's not as good as I would have liked to see it. It's pretty basic. They just kind of rush in more. You know, you can argue if it's more suicidal or not. So you can read all of this. I'm assuming that the reason why you can hack into his stuff is because of that skulldozer present that one Agent Smith gave him. You know, people thought maybe it's a bomb, and that's why he said it's done. But that would make no sense because Commissioner Garrett just came into the story. So I do think that the dozer thing is probably more than likely like a bug or like a spy cam or something, and probably it did help them to hack into this. So you pretty much just as an email. Don't really want to go through that. What's this menu right here? Files, suspect database, info about the FBI files. But yeah, that's pretty much it. View overkillsoftware.com. That's pretty much it on that one. Internal memos, viewer, what is this? Okay, whatever. But that's pretty cool, and I do like the FBI files thing. It's very much like Payday 2 stats, but much better because it's a first party, of course. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you in the next video. Please subscribe, and peace.